It was very traumatic. I mean, that whole day was just crazy. I mean, you know, we was billed amongst lots of other artists to do a gig for BRMB, and we was the first act on. And you know, obviously people didn't expect the amount of numbers that turned up to see all of those acts performing. And as I said, we went on first, and then the gig got shut down after we went on. And you know, it's just the last thing we ever want is for, you know, anyone to come to our gigs and feel like their safety is at risk. You know, and
were you concerned at the time for the safety?
Absolutely, of course. You know, we're on stage, you know, performing, and you're seeing people getting pulled over the crowds and fainting and getting crushed and stuff, and it's very tough. And you know, we're just, you know, obviously, you know, as a group, we're upset that people got hurt and stuff. But you know, there was a lot of other acts that were meant to perform that day, and it's just a shame. And hopefully, everyone's had a speedy recovery.
Aston, have any of you been in touch with any of the fans that did get hurt that day?
Yeah, there was a couple of fans that like to travel around with us. You know, they follow the bus and they follow the cars and stuff like that, and they showed the utmost support. I mean, some of them were injured, and you know, we've seen them, and they've made a healthy recovery, and they're fine, and they're still, you know, at every gig, and they're still showing the love and support. So it's just nice to know, you know, that they're all still there, and you know, it's all love. And you know, to anyone obviously who is, you know, still suffering, if any, then you know, we want to send our love out majorly.
Okay. I mean, Arisha, on the day, were you actually on stage at the time when? Could you see the crowds coming forward? What was that like for you?
You know what, it was weird because it's hard to judge, especially at the back, because the crowd went so far back. It was hard to see a lot what was happening at the back. I think it mainly happened when we tried to exit the stage afterwards. But what we did do is that we tried to get in touch with anyone that did get injured and try and and see, you know, how we could, you know, put a smile on their face, whether it was, you know, send them some JLS goodies, or you know, just let them know that we're here, as Aston rightly said, you know, and our love goes out to every single one of them. But it was hard to see when we were on stage, because the magnitude of what's happening at the back. So
it's sort of in the vibe, and we're performing, and we're not necessarily paying attention to everything that's going on exterior to that. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, we're obviously concentrating on what we're doing, and as soon as we came off, our security guy stayed behind to look after somebody else, and he said it just went absolutely, you know, crazy. Like Calvin Harris was going after us. We were cool with Calvin, and apparently he didn't even make it up on stage. So it was just like, but from where I was anyway, I didn't see any. Obviously I saw people, you know, pushing things like that, and we've seen that before. We've had to tell people not to push, but you know, for people to be hurt and crushed, and
you never seen anything to that extent?
No way.